If you're looking for the best games to play on your Steam Deck right now, then you are in the right place. Here are my top picks that not only play amazingly well on the Steam Deck, but also are highly fun and super addicting. First, I want to talk about Divinity Original Sin 2, the RPG developed by Larian Studios. This game was recently made Steam Deck verified, and I'm not being hyperbolic when I say that it is one of the best RPG games ever made. First and foremost, Divinity Original Sin 2's gameplay is incredibly deep and engaging. The game's turn-based combat system is incredibly well designed, with a wide variety of spells and abilities to choose from. The game's environmental effects also add a whole new level of strategy to combat, with events like fire spells igniting oil slicks and poison clouds causing damage over time. I really love Divinity 2's game character creation system. It allows for a huge amount of player choice when creating a character, with a wide variety of races and classes to choose from. The game's skill system also allows for a huge amount of customization past that, with players able to build their characters in an almost infinite amount of ways. The world is incredibly rich and immersive, with deep lore and memorable characters. The dialogue system within also allows for a huge amount of player choice, with every conversation having multiple branching paths that can lead to different outcomes. The game's soundtrack is a great mix of atmospheric and engaging, and the voice acting is top-notch. The sound effects are also incredibly satisfying, with spells and weapons all sounding distinct and impactful. The game's developer has continued to support the game with regular updates and expansions. The game's first expansion, The Divine Ascension, added a whole new area to explore and new story content, adding even more depth to an already amazing game. Divinity Original Sin 2 is an incredible RPG that I would highly recommend to anyone who loves deep, engaging gameplay and immersive storytelling. Stardew Valley is a relaxing and enjoyable farming simulator game that is ideal for playing on the Valve Steam Deck. The game's charming graphics and soothing soundtrack make it the perfect game to unwind with, while its addictive gameplay will keep you coming back for more. My wife has played way more of this game than I have, so I asked for her thoughts and will be sharing them with you. I love being able to escape into the world of Pelican Town and spend time tending to my farm, interacting with the villagers, and just enjoying the beautiful scenery. It's a great way to unwind and de-stress after a long day. Another thing I love about Stardew Valley is the sense of progression and accomplishment. As you work to improve your farm, build relationships with the villagers, and explore the mines, you really feel like you're making tangible progress. There's always something to work towards, whether it's upgrading your tools, completing a quest, or unlocking new areas of the map. Speaking of the villagers, they are one of my favorite parts of the game. Each one has their own unique personality and backstory, and it's really rewarding to build friendships with them over time. In terms of gameplay, Stardew Valley is incredibly satisfying. There's a real sense of strategy involved in planning your farm layout, deciding what crops to grow, and how to allocate your time each day. And the fact that the game has so many different paths to success means that there's always something new to try. I love how much replayability Stardew Valley has. With so many different crops, animals, and crafting options, there's always something new to discover, even if you've played the game for hundreds of hours. Plus, the game has a great modding community, which adds even more variety and customization options. Overall, I think Stardew Valley is a truly special game. It's relaxing, satisfying, and endlessly charming, and I always find myself coming back to it time and time again. This amount of hours played for this low of a cost for a revolutionary game is a no-brainer. Teardown is a physics-based heist game developed by Tuxedo Labs. I've spent quite a bit of time playing this game, especially while in bed or while traveling. Let's dive in and take a closer look at what makes Teardown such an amazing game. First and foremost, Teardown's physics engines is absolutely incredible. The game's destructible environments allow you to destroy just about anything in the game, making it incredibly satisfying to wreak havoc and cause chaos. The game's destructible environments are so realistic that it's easy to forget that you're playing a game. The game's heist gameplay is also incredibly well done. The open world levels are filled with valuable items that you can steal, and it's up to you to figure out the best way to get in and out without getting caught. The game gives you complete freedom to plan your heists, which makes every playthrough unique. The graphics of the game is also very unique. The voxel-based graphics give the game a very unique and creative look that is both visually appealing and very functional. The game's physics engines work seamlessly with the graphics, making every explosion and every destruction look and feel incredibly realistic. One of the things that I really love about Teardown is the game's sandbox mode. This mode allows you to create your own levels and share them with other players, which adds an almost infinite amount of replayability to the game. It's incredibly fun to create your own levels and see what other players have come up with. Teardown is an amazing game that I would highly recommend to anyone who loves physics-based games or heist games. So if you haven't already, give Teardown a try and you won't be disappointed. Slay the Spire is a unique and addictive deck building game that is perfect for playing on the Steam Deck. The game's turn-based gameplay and challenging difficulty level make it an excellent choice for gamers who enjoy strategy games. I've spent countless hours playing this game, and I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed. First and foremost, Slay the Spire's gameplay is incredibly addictive. The game's roguelike mechanics mean that each playthrough is unique, and the game's deck building mechanics makes every decision you make have a real impact on how the game plays out. The game's difficulty curve is also well balanced, making it easy for new players to pick up and play, but very challenging enough to keep seasoned players engaged. The game's hand-drawn art style is incredibly charming, and the game's UI is easy to navigate, making it simple to keep track of your cards and your progress. The game's animations are also incredibly smooth, adding to the overall polished feel of the game, and the sound effects are incredibly satisfying. The sound of cards shuffling and the clang of weapons hitting enemies all add to the overall immersion of the game. I love Slay the Spire for its replayability. The game's playable characters each have their own unique card sets, which means that each playthrough can feel completely different. There's also daily challenges and custom mode, which allow you to tweak the game's rules to your liking. The game's developer, Mega Crit Games, has continued to support the game with regular updates and expansions. The game's first expansion, The Watcher, added a new playable character and a bunch of new cards and relics, adding even more replayability to an already amazing game. Even if you aren't usually a fan of racing games, Forza Horizon 5 fits the portability of the Steam Deck perfectly. There's nothing better than just getting in a few races on this powerhouse of a game while you're waiting for your oil to get changed to IRL. The graphics on Forza 5 are absolutely stunning, and the attention to detail in the environment is amazing. From the bustling cities to the scenic countryside, every part of the game feels alive and immersive. The weather effects, like rain and lightning storms, add even more depth and realism to the experience. I love the sheer variety of cars and events available. Whether you're into classic muscle cars, modern supercars, or off-road vehicles, there's something for everyone. And the events range from street races to off-road challenges to showcase events, so there's always something new to try. The game is open world and allows for full exploration. You can drive anywhere you want and find hidden challenges and collectibles, which adds even more replayability to the game. And the fact that the game has both single-player and multiplayer options means that there's always someone to race against or compete with. The handling of the cars feels realistic and responsive, and the progression system rewards you for improving your driving skills. The fact that the game has so many customization options, from tuning your car's performance to designing custom liveries, means that there's always something new to experiment. The soundtrack features a great mix of genres and artists. It all adds up to create an immersive and exciting audiovisual experience, with fantastic sounding engines and environmental cues. Overall, I think Forza Horizon 5 is a very great game. It's beautiful, fun, and endlessly entertaining. I always find myself coming back to it for just one more race. Have you played any of these games on the Steam Deck? Did I miss any games that you think should be on this list? Let me know in the comments below. Like the video if you liked it, and get subscribed for more Steam Deck content. My name's Jason. Thanks for watching.